Matthew Deadman. Mr. Deadman, were you in the courtroom when the video containing your constitutional rights was played?
I was.
Did you understand the rights and the penalties associated with misdemeanor crimes?
I did. I
Did
do.
you have sufficient time to speak with your lawyer, Mr. Puentes?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to place this on record first in case number 24CR04513. And in this case, Judge Draculich placed you on a suspended sentence. Specifically, on April 9th of this year, he imposed 15 days in the Washoe County Jail and suspended that for up to 1 year. Two conditions. Number one is that you obey all laws, and number two, that you consume no alcohol or drugs without a prescription. I want you to know that if found in violation of that suspended sentence, either by way of committing new crimes or having consumed alcohol, you could face possible revocation of that suspended sentence and have to serve that 15 days. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
Let's take us to our new case then. We're going to be on record in 24CR, and I'm going to pull this case up. 07205, and in this case, you were charged with being an intoxicated pedestrian in the roadway. It alleges this occurred yesterday, June 5th, in the area of 2nd Street at West First Street, or excuse me, at West Street. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you wish to plead to that charge?
No contest.
Do you understand that by pleading no contest, you'll be waiving your constitutional trial rights, sir?
I do.
You understand then there will be no trial and we'll proceed directly to sentencing this morning?
I understand.
And you understand again that that no contest plea could place you in jeopardy if I accept it and have that suspended sentence possibly revoked?
I do, Your Honor.
I will accept it and find you guilty. Ms. Schuman?
Your Honor, we're requesting credit for time served on the new case, but that the court impose this is the 15 days suspended jail sentence. This was, it looks like he was a .258, which is extremely concerning. So not only did he violate the no drugs or alcohol clause, but the obey all laws. He battered an individual who didn't want charges pursued and told the cops to go fuck themselves. So Your Honor, based on that, we feel imposing the 15 days is appropriate.
Thank you, Ms. Schuman. Mr. Puentes?
Your Honor, I'm going to ask you to put little weight into the allegation that he battered someone. That's not before you. He hasn't pled to that. I think it's unfair to blindside him with that information. He is working at Amazon. He is interested in COD court or community court. He hadn't heard of it before. We're asking you to consider time served on the new case. We would ask the court to not revoke on the older cases. And I told him he could show up on Wednesdays to participate in community court. I don't think he's ever had that opportunity, and I think he would benefit from it.
Thank you, Mr. Puentes. Sir, is there anything you wish to say with regard to sentencing? You're not required to say anything, but you're welcome to.
Well, I would like to say I'm still fairly ignorant on community court. It was just brought to my attention that there could be extremely beneficial resources there. I do kind of want to say I don't know anything about the battery or what Miss.
You don't have to mention the battery. I won't take that into consideration, but I will take your comments into consideration and the amount of alcohol in your system for sure.
I think maybe alcohol classes could be beneficial. If I am being revoked, there's no question I'm gonna end up homeless. And anything that we could do to circumvent that, whether it be classes or checking in or even alcohol testing, that's something that I think, well, obviously I would do and I would abide by. I might have a small drinking problem. So
okay. I'm glad you admitted at least a little bit of that drinking problem because it's there and it's noticeable and we've got to take care of that primarily. Otherwise, this is going to continue and matters are going to get worse. Right now, we're talking about being drunk in the roadway, which is dangerous in and of itself, by the way. You know, people get killed by exactly this behavior. So I do want you to be aware of that. You're working at Amazon?
yes, sir. And
So that means you have your ID, social security card, all of those kind of materials.
yes, sir.
All right. You're housed.
I am. Well, currently.
Yeah. No, that's okay.
My due Saturday, so it's
Look, I'm just figuring out whether you need community court, and I don't think you do, but what you do need is alcohol counseling. So that's what I want to set up for you. I could put you in jail and that would put you in for 15 days with some credit on that old case, probably serve 10 days, lose your job, lose your house. Like, that's not what I want to do here necessarily. But I do want you to start some alcohol counseling. I think that's really important.
I agree.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. On the intoxicated pedestrian, I am going to put you on a suspended sentence. We're going to have a status hearing. You and I are going to have a status hearing down the road at court, where we're going to go over a substance use evaluation that you're going to obtain. And then you're going to follow those substance use abuse evaluation recommendations, and we're going to start treatment with you. And I think testing has to be a part of this as well, because that blood alcohol was very, very high, and there was alcohol in the last case as well. So let's go ahead and take care of this. 45 days, Washoe County Jail, suspended, 1 year, following conditions: obey all laws, no alcohol or drugs without a prescription. You will submit yourself to a substance use evaluation. Now, look, we can do that at the courthouse if you want, where you don't have to pay cash up front, but we can put you on a payment plan, or you can do that with someone in the community that does these substance use evaluations. Mr. Puentes, what would your preference be?
I'll defer to my client, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So we could set that up for you right now in court, and you just come to court on the day we set that up, do your substance use evaluation, and then you'll be back at court in front of me to review that substance use evaluation and put the recommendations into effect in that sentence. Would you rather that, or go hunt down a substance use evaluator in the community?
I would go with the court, just because
Yeah.
my level of ignorance, I'm not quite sure how to navigate all.
It's just way more convenient that way, for sure. Let's get a substance use evaluation. That'll be out of custody.
I can do June 17th at 3:45.
Perfect. When do you work, sir?
So I work Saturday to Tuesdays, 6:30 p.m. to 5 a.m. So
Oh, that'll work great then. Okay, June 17th, which, by the way, is a Monday, at 3:45.
perfect.
So that ought to work for you, 3:45. And then let's set a status hearing where we can incorporate those recommendations into a sentence.
Does that need to be on a legal defender docket, Judge?
No, it could just be with me.
Okay.
Be on a motion.
July 8th at 8 a.m.
Perfect. July 8th, 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh, hang on. Oh, that'll work, right? Because you get out at 6.
Yeah, this should work just fine.
Okay, great. July 8th.
I'm sorry, is that a Tuesday?
It is a Monday.
Monday. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Is that okay? July 8th at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're going to go over that substance. Yeah, and it'll be quick. It'll be just you and me. As soon as you're there, I'll come down and we'll go over it, and then you're out of there. Okay. Now, in the meantime, I want a little bit of testing, because I think the only way to make this happen is to make sure that you're actually abiding by that no alcohol or drugs clause. Otherwise, we're going in the wrong direction, and then everything will be revoked, and then you have to serve that jail time, and then you lose your housing, then you're homeless. I don't want that to happen. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
So testing, we're going to be on, I'm just going to do medium supervision. You are employed. How much are you making roughly a month?
1,800.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to put you on medium supervision. This will capture everything, by the way. So whatever they test, it's retroactive. It'll capture anything you've used in the past as well. So whatever they test you at, it'll register. So
Sure.
just don't drink, and then it won't capture anything.
Yeah, simple
Okay.
enough.
All right. So what I'd like you to do is, I'm going to let you out of custody. You are ordered to report on release to the Reno Municipal Court to sign up for these conditions, especially that testing component.
Okay.
Okay. And I want you testing right away, and I want you obeying that no alcohol or drugs clause. That's it. We'll see you on June 17th for your eval, and then we'll see you on July 8th for the rest of that sentencing with me. Okay.
Sure.
No action in 24 CR 04513. That's the suspended sentence. Good luck, sir. Good morning, Mr. Wood. Sir, were you in the courtroom when the video containing your constitutional rights was played?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand the rights contained in that video?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand the maximum penalties associated with misdemeanor crime, sir?
Yes, sir.
Did you have sufficient time to speak with your lawyer?
Yes.
We're on record in 23 TR 15487. You were charged with operating an unregistered vehicle, operating a motor vehicle without being able to provide proof of insurance, and also driving without a valid driver's license. These charges were alleged to have occurred on December 5th of last year. Let's see here.
Your Honor, I
Looks
do.
like this in the area of Vassiat-Yori. Please, Ms. Schuman.
Oh, I apologize, Your Honor. I do have an offer. If he wants to plead to count 2 and 3, which is proof of insurance and driving without a valid driver's license, I'll dismiss count 1, unregistered vehicle.
All right, thank you for putting that on record. Let me go through the charges first, and then we'll go ahead with that negotiation. Mr. Wood, do you understand all of those charges as I explain them to you?
Yes, sir.
It also alleges that you failed to appear at court to answer to those charges. That failure to appear alleged to have occurred on February 15th of this year. Yep. Do you wish to admit or deny failing to appear on February 15th?
Admit, yes,
I
sir.
accept your admission and I will find you in contempt. How do you wish to plead to driving without insurance?
I had insurance, I mean, I went and got insurance and to get it. And the car was stolen and
So
wrecked.
I guess before we go down this road, was the vehicle you were driving
It wasn't
insured while you were driving
No,
it?
sir. I apologize. No,
Okay,
sir.
how do you wish to plead to driving without having an insured vehicle?
Guilty.
You understand you'll be waiving your constitutional trial rights by entering that guilty plea?
Yes, sir.
I will accept it. How do you wish to plead to driving without a valid driver's license?
Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea there. I'll dismiss the registration violation pursuant to the city's motion. Anything the city wishes to offer?
No objection to him attempting to cure both
All right.
violations.
Thank you, Mr. Puentes.
Nothing to add, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Wood, anything you wish to say with regard to how I sentence you?
No, sir.
Do you have insurance now?
I don't own the vehicle because it was, somebody had took it and they wrecked it. I had insurance when that happened and it came back on my insurance, but I don't own the car no more.
Okay, do you have a driver's license yet?
No, sir.
Do you have,
Because I was in the middle of getting it registered and everything. It didn't pass smog and
well, now
stuff.
we're beyond that because you don't have the car anymore. Do
Right.
you have plans on getting a driver's license?
Hopefully,
But you haven't made any concrete appointments or steps toward it?
no.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Let's just close up this case. Time served on the warrant, time served on the driver's license. The insurance is $743 in fines and fees. If within 30 days you're able to supply subsequent policy of insurance, and that can be an operator's policy, sir. You can go to the insurance company and say, can you give me an operator's policy? Pay for that policy. If you show proof of that policy to the court, that fine will be reduced to $195. You have 30 days to do that, okay?
Sure.
Otherwise, the fine is $743. That's the minimum fine set by state law. Do you have any
Yes, sir.
questions?
No, sir.
All right, with the other 2 charges are all closed up with time served. Report on release to the Reno Municipal Court.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Thank
If you
you.
can't make it today, make it Monday. Thank you.
Yes, sir.